So I have a bit of inner discussion later. Earlier, I mean, while I was at work. I thought, should I publish that one or not? Because I don't really like that corner of myself. Maybe you remember this famous belief reinforced by a certain chocolate bar that says, you're not you when you're hungry. Wait, let me just, it's indented though. Please forgive me. Anyway, maybe you remember that belief or slogan, or belief also, if a lot of people are saying, you're not you when you're hungry, you're not you when you're hungry, you're not you when you're hungry. It's kind of, yes, you know what I mean, of course. I believe in your brains. Anyway, I'm still me when I'm hungry. It's just that, hey, chocolate bar, I'm still me when I'm hungry. It's just that it's the old, maybe old, or the fresh wound, fresh part of the wound talking. It's still me though. It's just that it's the fresh part of the wound that's speaking. And another thing that I discussed with myself earlier is that, well, what wound? What are you talking about? What wound? Which? Where? I have all these questions to myself. And then I thought, well, maybe existence is the wound itself. Being alive is the wound itself. And it doesn't heal unless you that's the answer I got from myself, or from wherever it is, or but then I don't like that view. It is a bit of truth, but not the entire truth, I guess. I don't want to view it as being alive is a wound. Being alive is the greatest wound that the soul can ever experience. I don't want to view my earth experience as that. It has some truth, but it's not the entire truth, I guess. And also, if I publish this, I most likely have published the other one, because otherwise this will not make sense. So I would not publish it. But then if you are seeing this, blink blink, blink blink, feel like a cartoon sometimes. But if you, my friend, are witnessing this, it means that I have won a serious battle with myself. Because yes, I don't like that corner of myself, especially the part where I said I don't want any pity. It sounds so, I wanna tell her, girl, I know that's the pain speaking. The pain of previous experiences where, well, I better not elaborate. And also the part where, well, it's my fault, problem solved part. That sounds so, I'm like, girl, it didn't fully heal, isn't it? Didn't it? Otherwise, you will not be speaking like that. So yeah, and again, as I was discussing to myself earlier, Well, since I don't like that part of myself, and it spoke, it gained its floor, well, I can view it as another, I can chalk it up to the many times I have been granted an opportunity to show kindness to me as well. And I'm glad in a way that I didn't have lunch today, because well, I wouldn't have this thing. And I wouldn't have that opportunity, and this exploration, these two explorations, I wouldn't have these two explorations if everything went according to plan today. I wouldn't realize how matured I have become, because that didn't cause a downward spiral. The previous one, that didn't cause like this. And even if it did, it took the elevator going up. It didn't go further and sit there. It's really cool. It's really cool. And I think I may have said this 1,000 times in here and 1,000 times to my friends, that I'm glad I didn't kill myself. Like, I really mean that. I'm glad I didn't kill myself. Because otherwise, I would have thought that I'm just a human being who's incapable of feeling joy and yeah, I would have died with that assumption of myself, that I'm just a human being incapable of having a skin that's not bleeding somewhere. Maybe I am a human being incapable of having a skin that's bleeding somewhere. But then, I'm also the human being who can take advantage of that. It may sound a bit twisted, but the things that I have to deal with just by being enclosed in this Dominic human being has been an adventure so far. This is a very complex human to be assigned to. But I'm really glad I didn't kill myself. I hope also that I'm not speaking too softly, because I'm also aware that people are not used to hearing that sentence, and they might get some second-hand sort of, am I giving you some kind of second-hand sort of worms or something in your heart? I hope not. And also another thing I realized is that from that experience in the fast food, I now understand why I don't go to fast food unless I really have to, because of other people. I don't like the atmosphere in there. Because there are so many alternatives here. I didn't shout, but I felt like I did. There's so many alternatives whenever I didn't manage to make some food. There's the supermarket that I can just grab a sandwich that's 30% off or something. Then in that supermarket also there is warm food somewhere. I'm not sure if it's every supermarket, but there is warm food somewhere. And there's also sometimes during Wednesdays, there's this place where I can get very cheap food. That's really nice. Only for 5 something euros depending on the weight of the food. It's complete. You have salad, you have some kind of fish maybe, and potatoes and some other little things that you like. You can get it from the buffet and they will weigh it. And the most expensive I have gotten from there is 7 euros. I wasn't conscious of the weight of the, I'm just getting food because they look nice, and I wasn't conscious of the fact that, hey, you've exceeded the 5 euro limit. I have in my brain. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, the fast food. The reason why I don't go to fast food, because I don't like the atmosphere. And also another reason that I discovered now is that earlier, when I just tried to ask a question, do you accept mobile pay? Do you accept mobile pay? Do you accept mobile pay? Is it possible to get mobile pay, to pay by mobile pay? Or do you know anywhere, a place that I can buy food with mobile pay? Those things I ask. I didn't have a nice experience with people working there. It's like they're telling me shoo without telling me shoo. Like, I don't like the feeling. I didn't like the feeling. And I understand that, of course, maybe if you're working in a very repetitive sort of job, you come every day at the same place, you are boxed in that little box of yours wherever you work. I understand that maybe it kills your soul. And now I'm also glad it led to another epiphany in my brain, that I'm so glad I didn't decide that to be my survival job, because I was also considering that the first, when I was here, like before the first few months, I guess, of being here, I was also considering that, because I guess they have higher hourly salary than me. But I'm glad I didn't go, because I have preserved my soul. As you can see, I have preserved it. I don't like the some of the corners sometimes, but yes, I still have my soul, and I still have the, by the way, the Albert Camus quote was not eternal summer, it's invincible summer. I still have the invincible summer, even if I'm hungry. And I haven't eaten since 8 in the morning, and it's now almost 5 in the evening. But it's alright. And also, I want to say to myself, earlier, when I'm saying it's my fault, it's not really my voice. I understand. I recall it now. It was someone else's voice. When I say, yeah, problem solved, it's my fault, I was responding to someone who's not even here in front of me, because they are saying to me that what happened was my fault. And it's not. It's not. I mean, I forgot something. And then I almost got myself in the ER. But then this person told me, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. Well, I can tell you what it is. I forgot a key inside the place where I was working at. And then I'm glad that I have my phone. No, I didn't have my phone. It just so happens that this person is checking me because I'm new. And I said I left the key inside, and it was negative something degrees. I wasn't wearing anything but a shirt. It's at least -7 Celsius outside, and I was there waiting for over, I guess, an hour. And she was retrieving a duplicate key somewhere. And then when we finally managed to get inside, when we finally managed to get inside, she was like, bag, come on, not bag. When we finally managed to get inside of this building, the first thing she said to me was that, well, that's your lesson, it's your fault, it's your fault. So now, yeah, I guess that got unlocked earlier. And yes, I should have remembered the key, and today I should have remembered my debit card. But sometimes things happen also. Sometimes things happen, and although it's my fault, I could be more forgiving towards myself. It's like I'm the mother and the kid of myself. It's like I'm the mother and the kid. Like, well, I'm not gonna be someone's mother, so I guess I'm just mothering myself. Anyway, this got longer than expected. Sometimes I don't know where to stop. And I don't know why I'm talking like this. Is it a residue of the character still? I don't know. But yeah. Are you kind to yourself? I guess that's my closing question. Are you kind to yourself? Because I know for sure that you also have parts of yourself that you don't like. I think everyone does. Even the most confident, most secure person in the world. I guess it's impossible to have those little pieces of yourself that glow sometimes, and you're just like, you would kill it if you can. Sides of yourself. Yeah, but yeah, I think I should go now. This got longer than expected.